Here again and posting up video number 4 on blocking schemes and blocking concepts. This is the midline zone. Recall that our first video we asked ourselves, why do we spread people out? We love to create space. It gives us running lanes and passing lanes. Second video we talked about the inside zone, our online call, Army West and Army East, and how we leave the end man on the line of scrimmage unblocked and work our 30-degree tracks. In video 3, we did our outside zone concept, which we're going to call Navy East and Navy West, where our tracks are wider, and we're looking to cut off players far out here by the numbers outside the hashes. All right, our fourth install and covers most of our plays, these 3 installs, Army, Navy, and Marine, is the midline zone, which we're going to call Marine. I mean, you send Marines right up the middle, right at people with tanks and so on. You go right at the midline. Navy, again, way out wide towards the coast or the sidelines, and Army right off the edges, working together shoulder to shoulder in the inside zone. So I'm going to move some of these around to conceptually show you what we're talking about. We are essentially taking the box and dividing it into 2 halves. We're going to attack the middle. Okay, good old Thatcher colors here. Some green right there. And then that third one is the midline. Whoops. It's the middle of the defense. So, right there. We're going right at people. Yes, out of a spread formation, you'll notice we do not have a tight end. At any time we wanted, we could bring in this Z receiver and make him a wing back, which we sometimes call an H back, and get them involved in blocking schemes. We could bring in a tight end at any time. We could call this tight right. But if we stayed in our 3-man front here and we wanted to block the midline zone, we are either identifying the nose guard as the leper or the Mike as the leper. Okay, so the first play we'll just go with is the wham play. We called it wham last year because we would bring someone in motion to help hit the nose guard, and it was this player last year. They came in motion, so they got into here, snap of the ball. They were essentially trap blocking or knocking this nose guard into one side or the other. Meanwhile, the linemen still have a zone concept, but it's now split. So this is the deal with midline. It's not outside zone, it's not inside zone. We actually split our responsibilities into what we call a man or lock block, and the other 2 guys zone away, in which we will call a combo block. So you might argue this is just zone blocking, and it is, but it's 2 for 2, 2 players for 2 players, instead of our original 3 for 3. Our 3 guys shoulder to shoulder doing their Army block, or our 3 guys hooking everyone together on our Navy or outside zone. In the Marine, because it's on the midline, our center is going to combo with one of the guards and take care of the other 2 players. So as they hit this player, the center would likely come off and go to this guy. And our quarterback is actually making a read on how this player plays. If this player chases this back, which I think we often like to do that, we like to make it look like it's a zone play, our quarterback will plant that ball on a mesh point right here, and that nose guard comes out of his stance. No one's blocking him. He's going to try to tackle number 3 here, our running back, and be moved in this direction. So this player likely, right after post snap, and it won't let me, there we go, is going to move to here. This block is most likely going to happen here. So number 2 comes in motion, boom, hits this guy really blindsides him because his eyes are on the quarterback and the running back mesh point. He's diving for this guy, and our quarterback pulls the ball from the mesh and hits the midline. It's a play meant to go up the middle. So in the huddle on the sideline, or even in a no huddle situation, there might be a play called wham with some words for motion, but our offensive line will just need to know if this is Marine, West, or East. And we'll talk about the complexities here, but the nice next play is the classic ISO play. So if you guys play video games and whatnot, they call this ISO. Or blast. A lot of people call this blast. So blasting someone or ISOing them means nobody blocks, no lineman blocks the middle linebacker. Now, if they have two backers, it'll be backer in the hole. So if this is a Marine East, we're not going to block the guy on the right-hand side. If coach calls Marine West or ISO West or blast to the left side, we're not going to block them. So again, we've got a leper. So in midline zone, the leper is either going to be the nose guard or the leper is going to be the backer in the hole. So in this situation, where again, I'm assuming our team can get guys to spread out a little bit. So the safety's trying to play over top of two fast players here or help over here. But I've just got this safety drifting or like a rover, just trying to figure out where to play. We're going to assume he's outside the box. So on an ISO play, and let's call it Marine West, it could be a quarterback ISO, like a quarterback draw. We would call this block here the lock, and this block the combo. These two guys will work to these two guys. Okay, and then eventually he's probably going to end up out blocking him. All right. This back will maybe delay and then fire up and ISO block or go straight at the back. Quarterback may take a one, fake step back, look up to get this safety to drop a little bit, or look out here for a moment, get him to move out, and we'll follow that block right up the midline. There it is. We've got three big categories of blocking that essentially cover, over 80% of what we hope to do. There's other plays, trick plays, swing plays, screens, draws, and all the other fun stuff that we'll do. But most of what we do will be blocking either outside zone, inside zone, or midline zone. And linemen, just to give us a word to quickly say those it's going to be Army, Navy, and Marine. And you'll never guess what our pass protection is going to be called. Air Force. All right, send your questions our way. Hope you guys are getting excited. Got some great stuff for you. Keep working hard. Learn, ask questions.